everyone, and welcome back to our community. If you're new, I'm Jen. I focus on all things health, wellness, self-care while living in New York City. All right, so new year, not entirely new circumstances, but we can have new goals and new habits, right? So that is what we're gonna do. This book right here is called Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I read it the last month of December. I didn't realize it was gonna set me up for an amazing year. Read it in good timing. Things in this book have led me to bullet journaling, and I could not follow any bullet journal tutorial online. I couldn't follow any of the Google images or Pinterest photos that I was finding on bullet journaling, so I had to come up with a simpler, easier way. I figured there are probably other people out there that are dealing with the same, so let's talk habits real quick, and that'll lead me into how I set up my bullet journal. I promise you guys, I don't just throw in fluff for no reason. This is important. Goals are great. Having a vision for your future is great, but what's more important is the atomic small habits along the way in your daily routine, because that is what is going to lead you to that bigger goal. And if you obsess over the goal, you're not paying attention to the little things that you could be doing along the way to reach that goal. You're just obsessing over the goal. And honestly, obsessing over a goal and doing nothing about it is a lot of negative energy, because there's going to be a lot of disappointment there. And negative energy, we know this by now if you watch my manifestation videos, negative energy attracts negative energy. So you're not going to get that positive goal if you're not doing positive things, and you get the point. Another thing I learned from this book is habit stacking. If you stack on a habit onto one that you already have developed, you're more likely to do it. So, for example, every single morning for the past 2 years, I've developed the habit of writing in my 5-minute journal, and now I incorporate the seed, symbiotic, prebiotic, whatever it's called, into my morning routine. So I know every time I finish my journal, I take my seed probiotic and I place them right next to each other. So my environment is designed so that my pills are right next to my journal. I take my journal right when I wake up, then I take my pill. Another thing I learned that helps with knowing that we need to have these habit tracking bullet journals: don't try to make a habit perfect, just repeat it. It's all about doing it again and again and again, and the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, but it's all about being consistent. And all of those tiny little habits that you do every single day are going to make you 1% better every single day as a person. He also says never to miss more than one time of a habit. So if your habit is to meditate every day, and you see on your habit tracker that you missed 3 days in a row, you know something's wrong. And also if you see that you missed it the day before, if you train your mind to think don't miss it more than one day, you're going to do it the next day. So tracking it allows you to see that. Now, all this to say, don't make it not enjoyable. If that don't miss a habit more than once is throwing you off and it feels like negative energy, don't live by that. Because then if you're on vacation or something and you're thrown off of your routine and you miss a few days, if you're the type of person who's gonna be really down on yourself because you told yourself don't miss more than one day, then it's not worth it. Because if that's gonna send you spiraling, it's not worth it. But if you could take one of those things from the book, I think those are the biggest takeaways for me. So after reading this book and understanding that my life's not gonna get better until I focus on these tiny habits every single day, I realized I needed a habit tracker, and I bought Lauryn Doan here on YouTube. She basically blew up because of her to-do list in bullet journals. So she, of course, made her own bullet journal, and I love supporting other YouTubers, so I went ahead and purchased it even though I've never bullet journaled before. And it came and I was like, okay, well, what do I do now? I went down a rabbit hole on YouTube and everything seemed not only super like artistic, but also super time consuming. Like, I just wanted to track my habits. I don't want to have to count every cube and do like 26 little circles, you know what I'm talking about, when they do like the goal and then a million little check boxes. Like, it just seemed way too specific, detailed, particular, time-consuming, creative for me. I still get great use out of this habit tracker and out of my bullet journal, and I just created it myself off of what I need. So I'm gonna take you down here. I'm gonna recreate the trackers that I already have and show you guys how to do it so that you can do it too. It is so easy. It takes you like 30 seconds. Let's do it.
Let's start with goals, because as we spoke about earlier, you need to figure out your larger goals so that you can then figure out what's most important, your tiny habits that you're gonna work on every single day to reach those larger goals. So as you can see here, I'm just making a simple column and row, and I will talk in a bit about how exactly I calculated how to make those lines, which is super easy. And here's where you just use the bullet points to make sure that you're writing in an even line, but you don't have to do anything fancy. You can see I'm just doodling around, nothing crazy, just making a nice header. Honestly, it was kind of hard to do this behind the camera, so it's not as cute as it normally is, to be quite honest, but you just have fun with it. Nothing crazy, anyone can do this. As you can see, I'm just using markers to make some headings: health and wellness, personal growth, finances, and career, and then you just make your bullet point goals. So how I start every single time is I count in 12 bullet points from both sides, and then I grab my ruler. To be honest with you, I don't usually grab a ruler. As I said, I'm lazy when it comes to this stuff. I don't think I need to be super artistic or especially organized, and the beauty of a bullet journal is that you can connect all of the dots directly. You don't need a ruler, but I figured for this video I would use a ruler. And then here I just am counting from my past habit trackers, and I count down, I think it's about 9 bullet points downwards to make the rows. Now here's the fun part. I just grab whatever color marker I'm feeling that day and I start labeling each and every single box with a date. So here you can see I just bullet point different habits that I want to keep track of, and I put that in every single day. And the best part about this is my hand gets super tired, so you can just do a few days at a time. I usually do like 3 days at a time, and then in a few days I will write the next few days in at a time. So you don't have to get super crazy with, you know, rewriting the same thing a million times. You just take it a few days at a time. As you're seeing here, it's really, really easy. There's no fancy bubble lettering, no fancy different techniques. It's truly just writing out bullet points, but you can still have some fun with it and create different headings and using different colors, and it's still super cute. Still looks like you put a lot of effort into it, but it's really, really easy. And the best part is marking things off. When using habit stacking, like we spoke about before, it's really satisfying because you get to check off a few at once. Here are some other types of bullet journal templates that I've done. I just make really any type of goals lists, and I make a cute header that requires really no work at all, and I make some bullets. Here are the markers I use, also recommended by Lauryn Doan. I can link them down below. They're just from Amazon. I love them.
I hope that was helpful for you guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you are going to try this habit tracker later today. Comment down below if this was helpful for you. Don't forget to click subscribe so that we can keep hanging out, and if you click that notification bell, you will never miss a video. Stay healthy, wear a mask. Mwah.